Hello and welcome. My name is Ali Goff. I'm the owner and founder of Goff Legal, and you are here because you want to learn how to avoid litigation. Now, we have spent an entire hour on this at a webinar, so I'm going to give you some of the bullet points. But if you find this interesting, you're welcome to email us, contact us, and we can sign you up for our next webinar where you can get the full information. So, first, let's talk about this. We call it bulletproofing your legacy because honestly, sometimes it can be under attack, and we really don't want that to happen. There's a lot of things you could do as someone who is planning to avoid these issues. Now, the first one is to make sure that we don't make any of these common mistakes. We don't want old documents, DIY estate plans. Your estate plan doesn't coordinate with your retirement account designations, or you don't have a no contest clause, or it's too weak. So, our key tip there is to meet with an attorney to have their documents reviewed to make sure, first of all, your documents are in good stead. They're good quality documents that follow your wishes. The next thing that we look at is triggering disputes. What are the things that cause disputes? Sometimes it's unequal distribution, sometimes surprises, confusion or resentment over roles. You picked one kid over the other and you didn't tell anyone until after you're gone. That can cause some problems, and we like to avoid that if possible. How can you prevent this though? Right? Working with an attorney with good listening skills, making sure you've got that no contest clause in there, choosing the right people for the right job, and having someone explain to your fiduciary, your trustee, your agent, what their role is. Also, incredibly important, funding your trust and making sure that you're having that family meeting that I've mentioned so many times before. So, open conversations can often relieve this need, this dispute coming if we've communicated clearly in advance. All right, so next step, warning signs in your estate plan. Anything that's got online templates, vague or conflicting terms. If you're missing documents like a HIPAA authorization or even outdated power of attorney. Some people don't have instructions for digital assets, their pets, or successor agents. Those are things we would like to avoid to make sure that your plan doesn't have these problems. Now, the smart fixes we have looking at your documents, making sure they work under California law, reviewing your beneficiary designations, and choosing the right agents. Obviously, this is not a one size fits all, it's going to evolve with your life and your assets. Next thing we look at, what about our vulnerable beneficiaries? Are we thinking about them? Because the plans are not one size fits all, and neither are our beneficiaries. So, making sure that if you have beneficiaries who are minors or have special needs or financially irresponsible or have addiction issues, we need to make sure that we're not giving them their money outright because that could cause some really big problems. We look at staggered distributions, discretionary provisions, special needs trust, maybe naming a professional trustee. All those things we're going to look at for you. Here's the other thing. One of the biggest things is make sure you're choosing the right trustee, not the oldest child, not the one that happens to have gone to law school. Because, by the way, lawyers sometimes are the worst clients. I will tell you that because I am a lawyer and I know many of them. We have many great skills, but we might not be right for the job. So think about this. You want someone who's organized, communicative, and capable. Are they going to follow your wishes? If not, pick a different person. I don't care if they're related to you or not. This is not a who I love. This is who needs to follow my wishes and make the decisions that need to be made. Who's going to ask for help, right? Which is the child who's more likely to call a CPA and a financial advisor and an attorney to get advice versus the one that says, I know everything, I'm going to do it myself. One of them is going to get in bigger trouble than the other because they think they know everything. By the way, no one knows everything. How many times are people trustee? Usually not very often. Good to ask for help. So that's like my fly by night, super, super short summary of how to bulletproof your legacy. Like I said, you can contact us at gofflegal.com. Let us know if you're interested in our webinar. We can get you signed up for the next one with one of our attorneys so you can get the full picture and really dive into this a little more. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.